Hello everybody. In this video I'll be covering how to install LLMs on your laptop and have them run locally. We're going to do this through two separate programs. I'm going to go through step by step how to install them and how to get them running properly. We're going to get Ollama and Msty. Ollama is great for pulling models from the internet and downloading them nice and easy. And Msty allows you to interface with it as an application and adjust different parameters with your LLM for optimal use. So first we're gonna go here to ollama.com and we're gonna start downloading this. Now I'm running on Mac. If you have a Windows or Linux, you can follow very similar steps, but they may be a little bit different from Mac. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to download this for Mac OS. Wait for this to download. We're going to unzip it by double clicking, and then we're going to open up the Ollama application. Allow it to be opened, move it to applications. Now, when you get to this screen, just follow the setup instructions. So we're going to hit next. We're going to hit install. You're going to want to enter your password. And make sure you click this copy button. Make sure you get that check mark. Do not click finish yet. You're going to want to open up your terminal. If you don't know how to do that, you can go up to your search bar, just type terminal, it'll open up. Now paste that code that you just copied into your terminal and hit enter, and it's going to start downloading Llama 3.2, which is a large language model. Okay, so you'll see it's starting to finish downloading everything. And you'll see a success, and then you'll see the send message part. This means the installation was successful, and you can start chatting with your new large language model on your laptop. Let's give it a little test prompt there, and there we go. We're now chatting with our computer. Now Ollama, if you want to just use Ollama, you can stop the video here. If you feel comfortable using your terminal to interact with your LLM, then that's great. But for most people, you're going to want to have a better user interface. You don't want to have to go to your terminal every time you want to chat with one of your large language models. So we can go ahead and close the terminal, terminate that. We can finish setting up Ollama, and on to the next step, which is installing Msty on your laptop. Now you're going to make sure that you go to msty.app. So very similar process. Download Msty, select your system you're using. If you have any questions about which one of these options you should use, a quick Google search will tell you what hardware you're using. I'm using the M2 chip on my laptop, so I'm going to select this option here. We're going to wait for that to finish downloading. Now you're going to see this Msty ARM. It might not say ARM64, it might say something different. But you're going to want to open up the file it gives you. You're going to want to drag that application into the correct folder. And then you can just go ahead and open it up. We're going to go ahead and open it up. Now, here's the very first screen you're going to see. Now, it's very important that you have this section down here, this Got Ollama part. If you don't see this, don't continue up here, because we're going to continue with Ollama to make our lives a lot easier. But if you see Ollama there, go ahead and click continue. And here we go. Now we can start interfacing with our model. So we have Llama 3.2 installed right now. So we can just test to see if it works. Now this is a lot easier to use than going through your terminal, but there's a lot of different settings we can play around with here. So if you go to your model options, you can adjust your output tokens, temperature, window size. If you're feeling brave, you can mess with a lot of these options to fine-tune your model even more. And then we can even add model instructions. So right now it's just running blank with the default settings. But if you add information here, this will be put into the prompts you give it to help tailor the response to your specific use case. Msty also allows for real-time data. So you can click this and you can choose your search engine you want to use. I would select auto with fallback. This will just give you the best search result, because sometimes Google or these other search engines won't work properly. So if you use auto, it'll just auto-generate. Quick prompts. These are model instructions. They have knowledge stacks, which I'll go over in a second, and you can attach images and documents. If you want to just throw in your images or documents here, your chat will then be able to use them. Now let's go over knowledge stacks. So knowledge stacks is actually a RAG system. So if you want to use RAG on your laptop locally, this is the best way to do it. So when you get here, you're just going to want to use local AI model. And it's going to download a embedding model. When you put in documents, it'll be able to accurately turn that into a vector database for you. So let's go ahead and let's add our first knowledge stack. We're going to call this AI class. And you can really name it or add whatever you want to these knowledge stacks. So you can have as many as you want, and you can have your LLMs chat with them. Now I've gone ahead and I've downloaded a couple of materials from the class. So our class schedule, our live class notes, and the syllabus for this class. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open these up. Now there's some settings down here you can change. If you want small chunk sizes, if you want high chunk sizes, you can adjust it here. I would recommend medium or high, just for better results. And then if you can choose to ignore certain text sizes. I don't want to ignore very much, so I'm just going to turn that down to 5. Now once we have that in, we can compose it. It's going to turn our documents into a vector database for us. And if you click down here, we can see that we have 3 files in this database, and there's 52 chunks. Okay. Now if you want to test your chunks to make sure they work, we can go up here to this testing section, and let's just search quizzes. And now it's going to pull up all the chunks that include quizzes. Quizzes will be in class on a computer or a phone or a paper. Okay, so we can change these settings up here for how many chunks we want generated and how closely we want them to be related. But this is not chatting with your documents. This is merely just testing the chunks to see that they're formatted properly. And once everything's done, you hit compose. It's ready to go. Make sure that you select the knowledge stack you want to use in your chat. It takes a message or two for the model to realize it has access to it. So we're just going to give it some prompts here so it can load up the database. Let's see here. Let's ask it, what happened in the first session of class? Let's try some other questions here. Explain the experiential learning activities. Now you can, again, you can adjust these responses by editing the settings and the model instructions. You can turn on or off real-time data, and you can adjust your knowledge stacks or vector databases to fine-tune your responses here. I do want to show you how to install different models, so you can go down here to local AI, and this will show you your installed models. This is our embedding model we installed, and this is the starting Llama 3.2 model that we started with. But if you want to download DeepSeek, for example, you can go here. See, it's going to be pulling from Ollama. There is an option to pull from Hugging Face. I just find that Ollama is a lot nicer to use because DeepSeek will just throw out every single thing every person has ever uploaded. Ollama only focuses on official releases by companies, so it's a lot easier to find the correct models you want to use. Now they have a lot of different options here. They have the base models, they have their distilled models, and as you can see here, these percentages are how well the model will run on your computer. So obviously I can't run this 671 billion parameter on my laptop. It's just not going to run. I need 402 gigabytes of RAM, or 404 gigabytes of RAM. So you're going to want to stick to what your computer can handle. You can install different models here, and once they're installed, you can interact with them here and switch the ones you want to use. If you have API tokens, you can go into the settings and you can add remote providers. So if you have an OpenAI account, you can add an API key and you can interact with cloud-based models through this interface as well. So it's really just a great tool for interacting with LLMs either locally or on the cloud. Now if you have any questions, you can ask Dr. Sampson or one of the TAs, and we'll be happy to help you.